20 minutes before the hour, we understand that Ford would like to reduce its total number of U.S. dealerships to 3,000. That's making news this morning. Ford, at the end of 2009, had 3,553 dealers. One of them, George Vollman, Vollman Ford, in the cool city of Portland, just on I-96 in between Grand Rapids and Lansing. You can see it from the freeway, and you can see it at VollmanFord.com or theautomotiveinsider.com. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Michael Patrick. How are you?
Is that a big number of dealerships to trim away? I guess it would be about 553.
Well, some of it's going to happen as a function of the Lincoln Mercury redistribution. In other words, Mercury going away. There are going to be standalone Lincoln dealers will have to combine with Ford stores, so you're going to get some of it that way. But primarily, this has been going on now for a year and a half to 2 years, where Ford is coming into the select marketplaces and trying to get dealers to consolidate. I mean, we did this in Ionia, where I am now the only Ionia dealer, and the dealer that was in downtown Ionia went away, and so on and so forth. So I would imagine they're going to go after big metros where they may have too many dealers. So that's probably, and then they get all the dealers together, and the dealers and Ford then help one of the dealers to basically consolidate and go away.
There won't be standalone Lincoln stores then?
You may have one or
Really?
two, but primarily no. I mean, you have to have a certain level of product, and I don't think Ford wants those dealerships to combine with somebody else, you know, such as a Nissan or something like that in the same showroom, you know, and so I think more than likely you won't have any standalones.
Bill Ford is going to be involved in the West Michigan Policy Forum, is what they're calling it. We're going to be broadcasting there the next couple of days from Grand Rapids. So, have you been around him much? What do you know about him, and what will his legacy be to the Ford Motor Company?
Well, I don't know him. I've never met him, but I would say that his legacy, unless he takes over the Lions from his dad, will probably be the fact that he brought Alan Mullally in at the exact right time. And as everyone knows in business, timing's everything. And he brought this guy in who has basically shaken up the Ford Motor Company and recreated it. And I don't want to give Alan all of the credit because obviously it's a team effort, but he was the spark plug, and it was Bill Ford that brought him in.
Was that... I don't know what the word is, not embarrassing for Bill Ford, but to realize that he couldn't do it and he needed somebody else?
Well, you know, for people that are pretty secure in how they look at life, that's a non-issue. In other words, you look at it from a standpoint of I need to bring talent that and I can foster talent greater than myself into an organization, and that doesn't make you less of a leader, actually makes you a better leader.
What did you drive here today out in front of our Gillespie Group storefront studio?
Well, I drove a 2008 Mercury Mariner. It's part of the Ford Certified Pre-Owned program. We're one of the larger certified dealers in the Mid-Michigan area, and this is one of 25 cars we have in stock. And it goes through a special inspection, and things like brakes and tires that are less than 50% are replaced, and a customer can feel that this is the closest thing they can buy to new, even though it's used.
So that's how it works. If the brakes are 50% gone, you put new ones on.
That's correct.
Same with tires.
Same with the tires.
Huh.
And oftentimes with the Mariners, depending on the brand of tires, we're replacing them with more than three-quarters of the tire left because of some cupping and things of that nature. So it's a quality issue as well.
The Chrysler dealers got together yesterday with Sergio Marchioni. He showed them everything, including a new Viper replacement. They were all happy coming out of Orlando, 3,000 of them or something like that.
Yes, and like I said, I think as we talked about this on the program before, Fiat's reputation skipped several generations, and I have a feeling that they've improved their quality substantially. So this, with the investment that Fiat made in technology, should be a plus for the Chrysler Group dealers.
We hope so. Mickey Maynard was in town yesterday, and she said that she thought it's going to be an uphill battle for Chrysler.
Well, and you know the challenge has been historically Chrysler has always been the underdog. The only time it was not the underdog is when American Motors was in business, and of course then they bought them. So here we go. You know.
TheAutomotiveinsider.com or VollmanFord.com.
That's correct. Any place they can reach me, I'm always accessible.
Or stop on by and kick the tires and say hello. It's right off the freeway exit.
We would enjoy it.
Vollman Ford in Portland, just off of I-96, in between Grand Rapids and Lansing, just on the west side of Lansing. It's 14 before the hour.